Hello and welcome back. Going on our first one here as far as a little tutorial here on the Go Wipe, Go Wee Wee style attacks for war attacks here. And I'm going to go over a couple here from what I've done last night and whatnot, and then go over a couple of the ones in the last war that we had here too to kind of highlight some points here as far as what really works and what really doesn't work. So first one here is just a random one that I did in the search while I was raiding. So for me, the way that I like to do it, 2 to 3 golems, just kind of your preference, whatever. If you want to do a little more meat shield and protect your wizards and witches and whatnot, or for this one with 2 golems, I like to be a little bit more aggressive with it and actually get the 2 P.E.K.K.A in there as well, and just try to kind of overload everything once we get everything going here. So drop the 2 golems down, get them down first. That way they start absorbing all the hits from everything, and then get a couple of the wall breakers going right here to get that golem on the inside while this other one gets out the Tesla on the outside there. So while we do that, as soon as we do that and get the golems down and the tower starts shooting that, then we start fanning out all of our wizards on the outside here. And your goal is to try to have as much of the outlying buildings as possible so that you can direct your troops. Everybody knows that P.E.K.K.A are stupid, along with a lot of other stuff like that too. And your Archer Queen as well, and your Barb King can get kind of stupid too. So what you want to try to do is you want to try to direct them in the path that you want them to go. And usually the initial way to do it is to just get them inside that first wall. So break down 2 little spots here in the open walls, get the golems in there, get the wizards kind of clearing everything out, and then once you get a nice little deal there, hang on, here's another thing too. So for me personally, I like to do the little rage early on, not so much for the golems because I don't really care what damage they do. I just want them to take damage. I don't care if they inflict damage so much as I want them to take damage so that my wizards that have the high DPS and the high damage coefficient, that they can knock out stuff while the golems are taking all the damage. So I'll rage in the middle here, more so for the wall breakers. You see the line of wall breakers coming through here because for one, it speeds them up and avoids the wizard tower and the mortars and stuff like that as much as possible, the AoE damage, so they can skirt past that. And for 2, even if they do start taking some damage, they get to the wall fast, they do maximum amounts of damage. So your level 5 wall breakers do, more damage, 16% more damage whenever they hit that wall, which translates times 40. So anyways, that's why I do that, put the rage down early so that the wall breakers get that. Sometimes they go where you want them to, sometimes they don't. But the good thing about them is that they'll get out of the way when they do that. So shortly after that, you see I dropped down P.E.K.K.A, which already ran in through the rage, and then the clan castle troops, which are the Valkyries and witches from Juicy. Thank you, Juice. And anyways, like I said, so you want to try to dumb it up as much as possible for your P.E.K.K.A because they're stupid. No, they're going to want to rat. So you drop them in when there's still buildings here. That's the closest building for them to go to, so that you can kind of direct where they're going to go. And then as soon as they get inside, the P.E.K.K.A are going to go towards units first. So is your Archer Queen, so is your Barb King. So if the clan castle troops are here, the Barb King you see here for the opponent, and the skeletons, whatever else they have, they're going to go for those guys first. So knowing that, that's a good thing. That's why I don't really lure anymore, just because I end up typically raging through it. So see, everybody's on the inside here, and they're all making the path to the inside just like I want them to. P.E.K.K.A are doing damage to the Barb King so that everything else kind of goes down. Put down the rage spell to kind of direct the P.E.K.K.A to get inside there a little bit, and then that's the goal. Your goal is to get your P.E.K.K.A and your Barb King and your Archer Queen in the inside if possible, because that's where the town hall typically is, so that's what you want to do there. So once that happens, any kind of other spells that you get, drop them down wherever. I had a jump spell on this one, which I typically don't use in war, but I had it left over, so I just kept it when I was doing this one. So Go Wipe is really good for getting 2 stars on just about any kind of base. Not always the greatest for getting 3 stars. That's kind of why I do a little hybrid of the witches and the wizards and whatever else, because the witches kind of actually help clean up the extra stars. And you can see here, even without my heroes, still doing a fair amount of damage here to where we get all the way up to, I think, 70% in this one. So yeah, the heroes to there, I'm forcing the 3-star perhaps on this guy, maybe, you know, there's, like I said before, there's a lot of luck, you know, between getting 1 star and getting 3 stars. So, and you can see here, like I said, that's going to be a nice little 2-star here without any heroes and without even scouting the base. So, you know, this is the effectiveness of this strategy when you do it. Should be pretty good, pretty beefy against any Town Hall 9 and even Town Hall 10s, but Town Hall 10s obviously get a little trickier with the Inferno Towers. So, quick thing for those guys who don't think that their troops are strong enough to get to make this a viable attack strategy for you. Some of the guys that are brand new Town Hall 9s or even the Town Hall 8 guys. Town Hall 8 guys, you can still get away with this attack strategy on the higher level guys. Case in point, Slinky, almost a completely maxed out Town Hall 9, gets attacked by a guy who's got level 1 golems, level 3 P.E.K.K.A., level 5 wizards. Okay, again, same kind of strategy for this guy. Golems go down first, wall breakers right behind it so that they're taking the damage here. And then as soon as the wall breaker goes through there, out come the wizards. Wizards fan out. He's going to clear everything on the outside so that he makes a clear path right here for the P.E.K.K.A. Drops his 3 P.E.K.K.A. down. His 2 heroes come in. Clan Castle, more wall breakers because, again, he's trying to direct them, and there goes the rage. Boom. Inside the inner wall. Directing everybody. As soon as the troops come out, that makes the P.E.K.K.A. and everybody else go. Right there. Jump spell in the middle to get it over the Town Hall. And then just like that, even with Slinky's badass maxed out base, he's right there in the Town Hall with his 3 P.E.K.K.A., his 2 hero, and whatever wizards or witches and whatever else made it in there. So Town Hall goes down. He's got a couple wizards on the, or he's got a wizard on the outside. His golems are still doing work on the inside. Wizards on the inside. Heroes are still alive, although Barb King is now dead. And there he goes. So you don't need the max level troops. Granted, it's nice having higher level golems. It's nice having higher level wizards, but you can get away with this by a good attack strategy and scouting. And again, another part that he does here is knowing how Slinky's base is laid out. He's able to get archers on the outside here and pick off a couple more buildings just to get to that 50% 2-star part. So, if, you know, again, knowing the ranges of the towers here and doing a little advanced scouting, knowing that he can pick off these buildings here on the outside, he gets those extra stars. So you don't need the super high level troops in order for this to be a viable attack strategy in war. Some of the problems that you run into, not picking on you here, Gok, just checking it out. Some of the things that go wrong with this, he drops the 2 jump spells in lieu of doing the wall breakers, which is fine. That works just well. So obviously works just as well. Rage in the middle, and he drops the P.E.K.K.A. Here's the problem with dropping the P.E.K.K.A. right there. He didn't clear. He needed to wait about a half a second longer for the wizards to clear out this drill and probably that dark barracks to drop the P.E.K.K.A. there, so that they actually go through the progression where you want to. And to be honest, this jump spell on this side here was probably a little bit early too. So as you watch this unfold, he basically gets stuck outside as the jump spell is just starting to wane and then goes out when the Clan Castle troops are there. And he's stuck outside of that Inferno Tower, just basically picking him off. And that thing, that's the thing about Inferno Towers. You want to either, you know, the freeze spell helps you out, but you want to try to take them out as quickly as you can because their range isn't very long, but obviously they continue to do continuous damage on you as you sit here. So, as you can see, max level troops, just a little kind of glitch in the deployment, get you 0 stars on a base that, quite honestly, with that same troop composition, he could easily 3-star and does 3-star a lot of times. So there's just a couple quick hints there on some of these attacks. There's another one that I wanted to, I can't remember who did it now, on one of our guys that they did. Whereas you could tell where they dropped the P.E.K.K.A. so far back that the only direction that they had to go was inside of the outer wall to actually get into the inside of the structure so that the P.E.K.K.A.s could get in there. And like I said, that's the whole key, is you want to minimize the stupidity of your troops by dropping them in the places that they will do what you want them to do for at least a little while. You want to point them in the right direction and then get them focus there. Well, then once they get inside the inner wall, they can cause as much chaos and havoc as possible. So, anyways, that's it for right now for the Go Wipe, Go Wee Wee type strategy here. I'm going to try to upload a couple more here of some Lunian, Lapalunian ones here. Probably a little bit later today, so we can check some of those out and kind of the strategies therein. But comment what you got, and if I glossed over something or missed something, let me know, and I'll try to dissect a couple more here and check them out. So anyways, that's it for now, and we will talk at you guys later.